Hey everyone, this is Lucas Hill from Addicted Sand Entertainment,
And Johnny K.
and we're here to talk about the after of us seeing Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Alright, so quick notice, we did try to do like we did in the before video, where it was our original intention was to have a video where we were in the parking lot literally right after we had it, but the phone and
Where we were, it just didn't work out.
Alright, so with that
Apologies. We'll try and keep it to this format. Actually, I think this format's going to work a lot better. We'll come and do this right before it. I'll record this video, put it up right before we leave, and hopefully people can see it if they want to see it. If they want to hear us talk, I know I have an annoying voice. I apologize. That's not my fault.
Yeah, it is. Alright. So, with that out of the way,
let's get to it. Let's get to Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Alright, so overall, good film.
Good film.
Good film.
Solid
I would
film.
recommend it. I would recommend it to
10
somebody.
out of 10 would watch again.
Very unique. Unique.
But there was one little problem with it. It was rushed. It was a rushed project.
It did feel very, very rushed.
I feel like there are pieces missing in this movie. Like there was things that were missing. They didn't make it into the movie, and it would have made the movie a little bit better, possibly better than what people have said about it. And I don't agree with what people say about it. I agree with some things that said it was unorganized. It was it was all over the place.
All right, so we're kind of going to go structure it a bit. Each individual actor's performance. Henry Cavill as Superman, very good,
very solid,
very consistent.
That's something you can't find with a lot of actors that do superhero films. I think is that they find this thing and they think they go really well with it, and they continue to try and do it, and sometimes they kind of veer off and do their things. Christian Bale. No, I like Christian Bale's Batman, but change the voice next time you do a superhero movie, brah. It ain't working for you.
Anyway,
but Henry Cavill is one of those actors I can see as the role. I don't feel like I'm looking at Henry Cavill. I feel like I'm looking at Clark Kent. He knows how to do both roles, and he's really good at doing those roles. But
felt very authoritative. He has real good presence. Yeah, real presence as Superman. Real good.
He commands authority. That's the thing. He commands that role.
Does.
And when he goes back and forth between being Clark Kent, you see that difference. He makes a distinct difference. When he's Superman, it's straight up, to the point. This is what needs to happen. Here's how we got to stop it. As Clark Kent, he's questioning being a human, being around humanity, and being what he is. And that's where the line gets drawn between him and Superman. There is that line. I mean, as Superman, he can do no wrong, or so we're led to believe. And that's what gives him that unique purpose.
Yeah, so very, very good performance. Ben Affleck as Batman.
A lot of people didn't think he was going to do good. I have to disagree. I have to say it.
I'm a Ben believer now.
Yeah. Ben Affleck, man, good job. Good job.
Yeah, good job, man. Very good, very good. I think they needed more scenes with
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. His one or two scenes where he was Bruce Wayne in the public, where he was supposed to be, charming playboy in the public, in particular with Les Luthor. That was a very good scene. I believed that was Bruce Wayne there. That was very neat. And, of course, a good Batman, very serious. I was very surprised with the level of brutality with his Batman.
Oh, yeah. At some point in the movie, we were watching it where we're going through the movie, and we go like, oh he could still be alive. He could still be alive. And then towards the middle to the end of the movie, we're just like, nope, that motherfucker is dead. He is deader than a doorknob. He is no longer among the living. And there's just scenes where it's like, you can't even escape it. Like, you want to justify it so bad. Like, he could still be alive. He could be a paraplegic. He could.
Yeah, he's just.
But then you see, like, I don't know, him like shooting some dude with the Batmobile guns, and you're just like, there's no excuse for this anymore.
I'm very surprised.
We tried for you, Ben Affleck, Batfleck over there.
Yeah. Okay, so next one. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Well,
whoever played Wonder Woman, sorry, we don't know. We don't know how to pronounce your name because it's not clicking in my head what it was. Sorry, you didn't have that many scenes. That was really my only problem. It felt like she was just kind of there to set something else up. You know?
We all know what they're setting up.
Yeah.
If you don't know what they're setting up, you didn't have a childhood. I'm sorry, you didn't have childhood.
Yeah.
At least from our time period.
But what scenes she had, it was very neat. It was also very neat to see the little nods to the little nods to the 1918.
Yeah, the 1911 I think is what it said on the thing. It may be 1918. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
But they had a
the
picture of
earlier
her.
Wonder Woman's, almost the earliest Wonder Woman's and her involvement in the World War II things, because that's originally how she started, was a propaganda hero, basically.
Kind of like, I don't know, Superman.
Pretty much every.
It seems like everybody
actually.
except Batman in that movie was used for propaganda.
Actually, Batman's origin was used for propaganda as well.
Really?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
Okay, so with her out of the way, also Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. He was good. He was, for what he was doing, was good. I more have a problem with the direction of his scenes rather than Jesse Eisenberg himself.
I feel like there needed to be a baseline at some point. Now, being who he was and being Jesse Eisenberg, I don't think he could have gone down any other path, because Jesse Eisenberg does those things. But it would have been nice to see a scene where he is serious. He is kind of monotone. He's kind of he's down. But at the same time, I can see that being Lex Luthor. I can see him being kind of nutso. But they had a bad problem with exposition in this movie. They weren't saying, hey, here's something that could happen. It's, here's what I can do, and here's how I'm going to do it, and here's who I am, and let me tell you why I'm this way. And it's like, don't tell, show me. I don't want to be told. I didn't come to read a fucking book!
Yeah, it was really strange. Yeah, it was really strange with the scenes. But you could tell Jesse Eisenberg was really just going for it. That's the feeling
he looked like he was
it.
having a friggin' ball.
Yeah.
So it looks like somebody handed him
awesome.
a thing of drugs and just said, here, man, just do this.
Yeah.
But
and I did like all his analogies, though I did get sick of them after about the sixth one.
Yeah, there was a lot of those, especially a lot of Greek ones, too.
Yeah.
There's one character I don't want to talk about, and that's Amy Adams. Of course, if I had to say one thing about Amy Adams, it was Amy Adams' tits were in this movie. Not really. I swear I saw them. I swear it. I swear it, Internet. They were there, and I can prove it. Not right now, but soon enough. But if you want to go in there, is you're a guy with any working dick, Amy Adams' tits!
Or a lesbian. Don't kill us, please. Don't.
Tumblr can talk about me on Tumblr!
You don't know what you've just unleashed. Anyway, so yeah, Amy Adams. Again, kind of a direction thing. I liked her serious acting. It really offset Jesse Eisenberg, but
she's
generic. You really just kind of want. Yeah, you really kind of want her to kind of go crazy for a little bit, like she did in Man of Steel for a little bit.
But let's get to the story.
Hold on, we still have one more main guy. There are a bunch of guys we're not
gonna mention because they're just not worth it.
Yeah, we can't really
get
really remember them.
But
Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons. I don't know about you, but I can't recall the last movie I saw Jeremy Irons in. Actually, yes, I can. Dungeons and Dragons. I actually had a DVD of that. Yeah, so it was very refreshing to see him there. He and Jesse Eisenberg did really set things off, kind of, because everyone else in the movie is kind of serious.
Alfred was quick on the quips, man.
Alfred really put some confidence in
he's just
comedy.
right there. Hey, Batman, right here.
Go get kids. I'm the angry grandfather.
Yeah.
Or angry grandmother, actually.
Grandpa.
Yeah. All right, so
let's get to the story.
Yeah,
there were a lot of unfocused, unorganized for sure, but that could be just because like I said before, we thought it was rushed. We thought if it was given enough time. I want to talk about one very big loophole to me that happened in that movie.
Very big loophole.
Very big loophole, and that had to do with the fact that that Superman just literally walks up to Batman and says, "Hey, Bruce." There was no explaining. How he found out. I watched that entire movie. They didn't go into it. And I feel like there's probably a scene somewhere out there that explains how he knew.
Yeah, and we can assume
he used X-ray vision,
but they really didn't go into it.
They
really didn't go into Superman's powers at all. I was actually very surprised because they really only went into the heat vision and the flying. And I mean, you guys have the that's a really big knock I have on Superman, though. I mean, you didn't even see super breath. You didn't see freeze breath. I can understand maybe not using freeze breath
or the
Heil Hitler, the what?
The thing on his chest that they use in Superman 2.
Oh,
but besides all that, I just a lot to me
it really wasn't
for a movie that was Batman versus Superman. I personally didn't think they put enough effort into Batman. I went there to see Batman. I love Batman. Everybody loves Batman. He thinks that there was plenty of it. And
I really do. They did skim on the origin story, which they should, but they should have. Wouldn't you agree? They really skimmed on it.
Well, that's because they assumed you to know, that that you should know who Batman is. You should, and you should. They've given you like 4 different origin stories across the entire Batman thing. They've given you 2 live action ones, half a dozen ones animated. I can't explain this enough, and they don't want it. They want to give you a little bit of what it was, of why he's this way. You already know.
So are you saying that's a bad thing then? That they only showing a little bit?
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's a good thing because you're expected to go in there and know who you are, and that's the point of it. You're not going in there going, oh, I don't know who Batman is. You know who Batman is. If you don't know who Batman is,
if you don't,
it gives
the movie
you a little
covers
bit of,
it.
The movie does cover it.
The movie really actually covers it. It is kind of unfocused, but I did notice afterward. Like, I had to think about this afterward because when you're watching a movie, they did do a good job of Superman moment, Batman moment, Superman moment.
If they were separated, they were given their time. If they were together, they were equally on screen. They were duking it out, and
it was very.
I mean, for 10 minutes of that movie, I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah,
and I gotta give the movie one really cool point.
Yeah.
When something looked like it hurt, it looked like it hurt.
Man.
We watched these.
Yeah, the brutality.
The brutality.
As we said before with Batman, dude, that applied to Superman. That applied to everyone.
If it looked like it could hurt, it most likely did. It got you cringing. I watched one guy. I watched Batman. The Rock bottom this guy, and I watched The Rock do that on WWE, and it's like, okay, yeah, that looks like it kind of hurts. You see Batman do it, and you're like, is that guy going to go to the hospital for a broken back?
Yeah, I did kind of find one part. There was really only one part where I was like, okay, the box wouldn't do that. Is when he flung that cardboard, wooden crate at that one guy with the launch, and it bounced off his nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, you're so enthralled with the action, though, that you
don't really care.
Yeah, you don't really care. But
anything and the designs for the Batwing and the Batmobile were really cool.
Yeah.
I think Batman's suit. I'm not a big fan of the big fat bat, but other than that, it was cool. Especially his exoskeleton where he's fighting Superman. That was cool.
Yeah.
And all the little gadgets he had to fight Superman, those were really cool. I won't go into specifics if you really don't want any spoilers on what he makes and how it works, and I won't go into how what happens at the end of the movie because I really don't want to spoil it.
And he can.
I do that.
Do not doubt him. He can. But it was very nice. And another good thing that they did, again, I touched on this with the Superman and Batman moments, but was parallels to each other, and they showed in kind of vagueness, admittedly. The things that they have in common and the things that really make them separate, such as the Martha Kent thing.
Yeah.
When that tied them all together, because throughout the rest of the movie you're just like they're separate.
Batman realizes Superman is just a man. He has a family. He has people he cares about, and then he's being manipulated. And that was a really cool idea. And I think they just kind of took a comic book coincidence and turned it into something cool.
Yeah.
And I think that worked for them. And
it was very memorable. Okay,
so we want to go into some pros and cons. What do you want to start with, John?
Let's start with cons. I'd rather end this happening. Okay, so big ass con, big con, Doomsday.
Doomsday felt a little half-assed. Don't get me wrong. He was who he was meant to be as Doomsday. He was the unstoppable killing machine. He was the
I did appreciate that a nuke couldn't stop him.
Yeah, everything that he is in the comics, that's who he is.
Except for
but
the laser vision.
Laser vision.
Okay, we can.
He kind of took remember, it's a mixture. It was a mixture of Lex Luthor and Zod, some kind of weird
that was
way.
really weirded me out too, because when I was thinking, if you're a fan of the comics and you know that's Superboy.
Yeah.
Superboy is Kryptonian and Lex Luthor. He's not Zod, but I was very confused.
We're not here to talk about Superboy.
Yeah.
But
Doomsday kind of felt. Man, he felt like he should have had more, and at the same time, you really didn't want to see him. Very strange.
A big con to me, it's a pro and a con, and I'll explain why it's a pro, but I gotta explain why it's a con. Mm-hmm. They had cameos of three heroes we know very well: the Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Mm-hmm. And I felt like, as cool as those were, as I loved them in them, and I'll explain why. The con about it is that now you're really pushing something. You're overly doing it. And
it takes away from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It
trying to guess and wonder about these people is amazing, especially the Flash. You're not told who he is. Me and Johnny sat there debating whether it was Barry Allen, Jay Garrick, or Wally West. I mean, we really didn't know. Mm-hmm. Cyborg, obviously, he's who he is. That story kept straight. And then you have Aquaman, and I honestly think he's played by the guy that played the leader of the bandits in the first season of Game of Thrones.
That's exactly who it is. That's exactly.
I forget his name, and it was really cool to see him do that. I think he's gonna be.
Yeah, that was really cool. Water effect they had. He dived at a guy, and you could see the water ripple. It was like a sonic boom underwater. Basically.
It was really cool.
Very nice.
A con that I didn't like about Cyborg was they had this weird square thing. I don't know what that was.
It's what it really is a thing to make you go look at the comics and find out. But it's basically nanites.
Okay.
Nanomachines. Any Metal Gear Solid fans there? Nanomachines. 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 Sorry.
We have to find Autocon's new base. That was just the con to me, and it's a pro too, and I'll explain why when we get to pros.
All right, another con is unorganized.
Oh my god, it was all over the place. It did not
feel fluid. It
changed pace a lot too.
It was really.
And some scenes didn't make any sense. Like there's a scene where Kevin Costner comes back as Jonathan Kent.
Now that scene I'll debate on you with, because again I was saying about I know I keep bringing those up, the parallels between Batman and Superman.
I understand that they both lost somebody. That's kind of what drives them.
Yeah.
But it's not that I don't agree with the scene. I agree with how the scene was placed, how it came to be. Where did it come from?
It really kind of was a jump cut. It was really
it was
weird.
A jump cut, and then it was there, and then it was never explained. It was not, oh, he's having he's having this moment of clarity. Yeah. It was just, hey, here's what me and my dad did, and then we weren't heroes anymore. Bye! And...
Yeah. And, yeah, it did have two scenes like that. Another one was where Bruce Wayne either had a vision that he had a vision, or
he had a vision
of some dude in a portal who was too quick. I didn't recognize him through any of his gear.
He was telling him that, watch out, if Lois Lane dies, we're all screwed.
That was very.
Then there was the one before that, and this one threw me through the loop.
Before we do that, the reason I'm for the Kevin Costner scene is because it shows that both Batman and Superman are mentally disturbed. Because if you remember, Batman had a crazy dreams thing, and that was the closest thing we'll get to a Superman crazy dream thing.
The biggest thing to me, and this really was a con because it's a con, and again, it's another pro to me because they had this really cool action sequence with Batman, and what was cool about it? That it was an action sequence. But what the con about it was what it was about. He was having a dream that Superman took over. We were seeing Injustice, the movie, for a flash of a second. With the whole people, with the symbol on their shoulder of Superman killing people that supported Batman, and Batman's heart getting ripped out like the Joker from Injustice. And it was out of place. It made no sense. It made sense for what it was trying to tell you, that he believes that Superman's going to be this overpowered force that he can no longer stop.
Yeah, they kind of went happy about that. What do you think? There was about 3 scenes like that, just with Batman alone.
Oh yeah, with Batman alone, he had some crazy.
I would have accepted 2. I would have accepted it too. But yeah, that one was pretty neat. If they really just had, I do think they needed that scene, but I don't think they needed it where it was.
Yeah.
Where it was in the movie, but then again, that goes into the whole unorganized thing. Another con was the, not clarity. Early in the movie, Batman was worried about a bomb.
Yeah.
Well,
he was worried
bomb?
about. No. They actually
bomb?
no. Don't listen to him. They explained it. He just doesn't remember.
Okay.
He was looking for something. He was looking for a thing called the White Portuguese, which was
that was it.
The Portuguese. Well, it was what was on the White Portuguese, which was the kryptonite.
Oh, okay. He thought the kryptonite was a bomb. It was actually kryptonite. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get to the pros.
Big pro. When there was action,
there was
it
really
was
great
action, and
yes.
you rooted for your guy. You wanted him to succeed. You wanted him to do
awesome.
good. I was a Batman fan, and I'm going, yeah, get him.
And I'm like, no.
Superman does take kind of an ass whooping in this movie.
Yeah, but then Batman gets thrown through like 6 walls.
That's fair enough. I mean,
let me put it this way: for Superman's first fight scene is him punching a guy through what, 3 walls?
Oh yeah,
that first scene with Lois Lane.
Like
3 walls right then and there. It was ridiculous. It was pretty awesome too. The another pro would have been. Well, just the acting overall. Everyone was pretty good.
Everyone did their best job acting, especially Ben Affleck. Henry Cavill worked his part. This movie to me was not a bad movie because of the acting. Yeah. Every actor did their part. They pulled through. They did what they were supposed to do. It was a choice of bad editing, putting scenes where they didn't belong, and putting scenes in there that didn't make any sense, and not putting scenes in there that would have helped you out. Like I said, they had that scene where Superman just walks up to Batman and is like, Bruce. Well, where's the scene that explains? Where's that thing that explains how he knew that? Did he just know because he saw them go into that one room in the beginning of the movie? No, I don't understand this. This doesn't make sense. In the animated time, the first time I ever see Batman and Superman in an animated thing, you see Superman sees right through his mask and it sees it's Bruce Wayne. That's how he knows. And then Batman finds out.
And that leads us into the ultimate con is rushness, the feeling of rushness. I feel like that if they had more time, Superman would have had his freeze breath.
And I think that's the people who were not making this movie, but the people who were paying for its fault. They had hyped this movie up. They
were postponed for a while, weren't they?
What?
Weren't they postponed?
They were postponed once, and that was in December. And they were told this time, and I think they kind of just said, "We're not going to do it again. We don't want to do this. We want to make our money now." And it's like, and you can see Zack Snyder going, "Well, we don't have the time. We need more time for this. We want to make a coherent thing."
It really feels like they tried hard, but
they like everybody went tenfold in, knew what they were talking about, knew what they were doing, and were just left hanging. And it's a sad time when that happens to people because you're taking these really good actors and these really good people, and they know what they're talking about and know what they're doing, and you're telling them you have this much time to make this a work of art. And you can't rush these things. If you really need to go by your director and by your producer. If they say, "Hey, we need more time," listen to them. I know budgets suck. Trust me, we're not idiots. We know these movies aren't cheap.
Yeah.
But still, if your director says we're not ready and we need time, and if your producer is saying, "I agree, we need this time," if this is what happened, we really don't know. But I feel like that's what you need to do. You need to take your directors at what they say. They're the ones that are making your movies. Now, does that mean give unlimited control to your company, to your staff? No.
For some, that's what we think of in an ideal world, but that's in our world. That's what it usually ends up being.
And I understand that, and I'm not a fool. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And one last con because I know we're in the pros now. I know I don't know, but one little con just before we kind of go along is I don't think the characters got to know each other.
That's kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah. They really didn't have that much interaction. They like teamed up. They
teamed up at the end. They're standing up. Yeah, we're standing up, guys. And then the first time Batman and Superman meet each other, it's this random event. It is really this random event. Batman's going after some people, and then Superman's like, "Stop being Batman," and flies away. And it's you're gonna tell Batman to stop being Batman. That's a
Yeah,
that's a bad
really
idea.
That's the one scene that I really felt was like missing, because they put big emphasis on the bat signal.
Yeah.
But we didn't see the bat signal until later.
Yeah, that's true.
But that goes back into
going into
Westerness.
prawns. Going into prawns. Prawns. I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, you're
pros.
pro about the superheroes.
The superheroes. Oh yeah. Like I said, it was continuing. I'm sorry, I've lose my train of thought very easily. Seeing these superheroes was cool. Seeing what they're going to be, who they are, Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman. Hell yeah! Now, I do believe that the Flash should be played by Grant Gustin, the guy that plays him on The Flash. If they bring Green Arrow, he should be played by Stephen Amell. These characters should play them because that's who they are. Now, I'm not saying integrate the two worlds. They're kind of separate. Yeah. Maybe I don't know what you do there, but the people that they picked look like they could do the job. Look like they were going to do a good job doing it. And it's interesting to me when you get into these kind of movies, and when you get into this, you're setting yourself up for that, and that's kind of cool. I love it when they set up like look at the old Amazing Spider-Man. Like Amazing Spider-Man 2 did that. Mm-hmm. They set themselves up like with the Rhino, and heck, if you go look at the games, Amazing Spider-Man 2, the game, they did a really good job with the Vulture and all that.
Yeah, the Vulture was that was you and me both were fucking geeking out about that.
And Kraven the Hunter. But that was a pro in and of itself. Mm-hmm. And another pro I'd like to pull out was establishing Batman. They made Batman. They said to you, he's been doing this for 20 years. They didn't have to explain to you how he won over the citizens. How all they say is some people haven't seen him, some people have, but he is. People call to him. They need his help. They know he's there. You see this.
Fear him.
If you watch the trailer, you see this one scene where he walks by looks like either a Robin or Nightwing costume. It says "The joke's on you," and that establishes that he's been doing this for a while. That he has been affected. So the choices he makes in the movie represent a time where he's been going through and lost so much.
It represents the veteran.
Yeah.
It represents a veteran.
And that's what they were going for, and it worked. Mm-hmm. Now, do I think I want to see Batman when he first starts in that kind of movie? Yeah, I would love for him to do a standalone Batman film called I don't know, maybe just Batman or Dark Knight or
Year One would be really good.
Batman Year One would be a really cool idea. But and I hope we see more of Batman in Suicide Squad, because I think Suicide Squad is going to take place a long time before this ever comes about.
Yeah, but that's a story for another time. So on the pro side of the Superman things, going with him establishing is the end. Establishing Superman, establishing how Superman's legacy in that, and how much he means to the people at the end of the movie. It's really nice.
You see people who were the statues, the even we won't go into what actually happens.
Yeah.
But seeing these people who were half and half, and then finally decide this is what this guy was. This is what he did for us. It's kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. And
it was really
and
nice.
If you heard the ending, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. But it was really sweet, and you could tell they put
a lot of effort
so much into that.
That scene at the end,
really neat.
And seeing Batman and Wonder Woman standing side by side at the end, talking about, hey, we need
little waifus and whatnot.
Finding all these people, finding all those people, and saying, hey, we need to get them together. They're gonna have to fight. And she looks at him like, why would they need to fight? He goes, I got a feeling. I hope that if they're going to go with a Justice League movie after this, and this is what I'm hoping that this is going to be, that that they do it kind of like the animated series did, a big alien attack. And that was one of the problems I think Marvel had with the Avengers, was we need to create this problem that not only one of us can solve, or a couple of us. We need all of us to work together to defeat this. And the animated series did that with this alien invasion, and you didn't know. You didn't know who was taking over. You didn't know what was going on. Yeah,
it was very neat, and it's a great blueprint for what they could do. And this movie sets it up really.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I think we're a bit short on time.
You want to do some ending summary?
Yeah. So ending summary for me. It is a good movie. You really should go watch it, if nothing else, to see how different it is. It really we may not have touched on this as much as we should have, but it really is its own thing. It really is. It feels like this takes place in the Zack Snyderverse. It's really different.
It's really unique. It's got a good style to it. You see a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to keep track of, but it really depends on the kind of person you are.
Metropolis and Gotham don't stay next to each other. That's not a thing. It happened in the movie, and I hated it.
I saw his arms flailing off the sides in the movie theater, guys. It was ridiculous. That was awesome.
Fucking, they don't stay in the same place.
It's not consistent anyway. All right, so yeah, it really is its own. It really is its own thing, and I really think that that's really the basis for for any negativity of it, because we all know you try to appeal to everyone, you satisfy no one. So yeah, see it, but do have in mind it probably won't be what you're expecting, but it tries very hard to pay respects to what has come before,
and it does a good job of doing both. Well, this is Lucas Hill from Addicting Sand Entertainment.
This is John K. Thank you for your time.